and welcome to Mahabharat Summaries. Last weekend we heard the story of King Yayati and his son Puru. If you have missed the video, please click on the link that will pop up right now and you can watch it. And please subscribe to my channel Mahabharat Summaries on YouTube so that you don't miss the episodes that I keep publishing every weekend. Today we will hear the story of King Shantanu, his wife goddess Ganga and their son Devavrat, who is more popularly known as Bhishma. So once there was a king called as King Mahabhisha, who was a very righteous king who ruled on this world, and on his death he ascended to heaven. There, along with the gods and goddess Ganga, he went to pay homage to Lord Brahma. While praying to Lord Brahma, there was a gust of wind and the garments worn by goddess Ganga got blown away. All the gods immediately lowered their gaze, but King Mahabhisha continued to stare at goddess Ganga. Lord Brahma was very much angry at this behavior of Mahabhisha and he cursed him to a life on earth as a human. Mahabhisha thought of all the righteous kings in the world and he chose King Pratipa as his father. Goddess Ganga was very much upset by this behavior of King Mahabhisha and she went away from there. But she was still thinking of him when she came across the Vasus. The Vasus are the attendant deities of Indra and later of Vishnu. The Vasus were very much frightened because they had been dislodged from heaven due to a curse by sage Vashishta. Sage Vashishta lived in a hermitage near Mount Meru. This hermitage was a very beautiful place with a lot of birds and animals. And once Vasus with their wives had gone to the forest near the hermitage just to enjoy themselves. There, the wife of one of the Vasus called Dev saw a very beautiful cow. This cow belonged to sage Vashishta. It was a very beautiful and supreme cow who could fulfill all the wishes of her owner. And if one drank the milk of this cow, that person could live for about 10,000 youthful years. When the wife of the Vasudev heard these qualities of the cow, she begged her husband to get her the cow. Dev, in order to appease his wife along with the other Vasus, decided to steal the cow. So the Vasus stole the cow and its calf from the hermitage of sage Vashishta. When the sage came to know of this theft through his divine vision, he was livid and he cursed the Vasus to be born in human form on earth. When Vasus heard about this curse, they were frightened and horrified and they went to the sage and begged for forgiveness. The sage told them that his curse could not be called back, but what he could do was to reduce its intensity. So what he told them was they would be born as humans on earth, but only for a year or less than a year. But the Vasudev, who had actually committed the theft, would have to live a very long and miserable life on earth. But throughout his life, he would follow dharma, which is loosely translated as righteousness, and he would leave no progeny on earth. Thus, the Vasus narrated this tale to goddess Ganga, and they requested her to come on earth in human form and be their mother. They also requested her to kill them as soon as they were born so that they would be saved from the miserable human life. Goddess Ganga agreed and she asked them who they wanted their father to be. They said that soon King Mahabhisha would be born on earth and they wanted him to be their father. Goddess Ganga agreed. Soon on earth, King Pratipa and his queen bore a son. They named him Shantanu. Once Shantanu grew up, he too became a king, and he was a very intelligent king and a very expert archer. Once, when he was wandering on the banks of river Ganga, he came across a very beautiful woman. Just on seeing her, he fell in love with her and he asked her to become his wife. To his pleasure, the woman actually agreed, but on the condition that he should never speak to her harshly and never stop her from doing anything that she wanted to do. King Shantanu readily agreed and the two of them got married. They spent many years in this happy marriage, and King Shantanu was very much happy to have this talented, devoted and beautiful wife. Then the queen bore a son. But as soon as the son was born, she took him and went to river Ganga and drowned him. King Shantanu was horrified by this action, but he didn't say anything because he was afraid of losing his wife. The queen then bore 6 other sons, and every time she did the same thing. As soon as the son was born, she took him, went to river Ganga and drowned him. Finally, when the 8th son was born, King Shantanu could not stop himself. He stopped goddess Ganga, who was his queen, from drowning their son and asked her for an explanation for her actions. The queen sadly smiled at him and revealed that she was none other than goddess Ganga, and King Shantanu was none other than King Mahabhisha, and their sons were the Vasus who were born on earth due to the curse of sage Vasishtha, and she was killing them so that the Vasus could be freed from the miserable life that they were destined to. But now this 8th son, who was Vasudev, would live a long and miserable life full of hardships. She told the heartbroken King Shantanu that she would have to leave him because he had broken his promise and stopped her from doing what she wanted to do. She also told him that she would take her son along with her and prepare him for the life full of hardships that he was destined to live. But she promised that she would return their son back to King Shantanu once he was ready. This son was called as Devavrat or Gangeya, son of Ganga. Later, he was also named Bhishma, who is the grandfather of the Kauravas and the Pandavas. My key takeaway from this story is that human life, if we see, is portrayed here as a punishment to certain follies. King Mahabhisha was punished for his disrespect towards women. The Vasus were punished for theft. Thus, human life here is shown as a chance to correct one's mistakes, to overcome one's faults, and to change one's negative beliefs into positive beliefs. So this is a very novel way of looking towards human life, and that is what I found really interesting. So friends, now we are getting closer to the main story of Mahabharata. So please keep tuned in to my channel, and every weekend I'll bring to you all a new story from Mahabharata. So keep listening and please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you all next weekend. Bye.